I recently found out a couple of things, and figured I'd share, maybe help any of y'all in the future. So I recently bought a set of Keystone Klassics for Ellie, the 67 Belair, and if you didn't know, it has a 5 on 4 3/4, 5 on 4.75 bolt pattern. The Keystone Klassics I bought to replace these 14-inch mags, which have been very good to me. I only wanted to go up 14s to 15s. That changes the look completely. Anyways, those Keystones came off of a 1970 Mach 1, and these were the hardware that was being ran. They are half-inch. They are for half-inch studs, and I forget inch or whatever shank, which is actually the same as what I ran on these mags. The washer, however, was different. I ran this flat, straight washer on these mags. They fit in nicely, perfect, as they should. Now, these Keystones that I bought came with these offset washers. And everything I found on the internet, that's what they screamed at me, was offset washer. You need the offset washer. Well, I said, oh, well, I got the offset washer. I'm good. And you can tell these are quite worn. You know, they are not how they should look. For reference, this is what a brand new one looks like from Summit. Well, I could not, for the life of me, get them to go on my wheels on my car. I couldn't get it to line up. And it didn't matter which way I flipped this. And those wheels allegedly work for a 4.5, 4.75, and 5 on 5. So they all 5 lug different distances. So I ended up taking the washer and lug nut setup that I had on my mag wheels, and I was able to get everything on. And it centered each lug nut in the slot, because those Keystone Klassics are slot mag. They're Unilug. Well, not a slot mag wheel, but they're Unilug wheel. Well, after doing some digging, also I did not drive it very far or fast. After doing some digging, I found this is the correct 4.75 washer for that car, for that bolt pattern. And of course, Summit had them in a set with new lug nuts. So I just got done putting these on. This is the last one I need to put on, so I'll take y'all with me and install that. But I just thought I'd share my little journey in aftermarket wheels and the pains and trials and tribulations that go along with it. I know y'all want to hear more about the Nova. It's coming. These wheels are going on the Nova, especially now that he has lug nuts to put them on. So let's go get the correct washer and lug nut installed. Alright, now is when somebody tells me to invest in a tripod. So these Unilug wheels, you can see here, there's an oval recess in the wheel itself, and that is where this washer lives. And that's what the lug nut presses up against and pulls against. It still pulls against the wheel behind there, but it takes up that slack. And, you know, your lug nut rides in here, so this can't spin. Once it's tightened down, this is what it'll look like, and your wheel won't come off. Everybody I know has a horror story, maybe not personally, but of these Unilug wheels failing one way or the other. Obviously I haven't driven on these very far, so I don't have any stories at all, except for the wheels look cool, and I think it makes the car look cool. So but get that ran down. Also on these, I don't know what they're called, on these style lug nuts with the dome, use a deep well. If you don't, the shallow sockets, especially on an impact, will batter the ends of these. I can show you on some of my old lug nuts where I've had to do that in the past. These aren't even that bad, but you can obviously see they've been hit with the incorrect socket. So yeah, make good choices. So here we go. Boom, installed.